and you are listening to LYINA podcast. I'm your host, Barsha.
And this is Arati.
Just before we get on to this conversation, we just want to put a short warning out. So this episode will contain some sensitive topic that some listeners may find disturbing. So the listeners' discretion is advised. So I'm sure you guys can see it from the title what we're going to be talking about. We feel that this is a very important topic, a very necessary topic, and something maybe, and I'm sure all girls can relate to, but also for some male listeners, something that perhaps we can explain on how it feels to be a girl in this modern day and age. And yeah, so okay, should we start with where it even came from?
Yeah, let's give them a background.
Okay, so the phrase or the statement, text me when you get home, has been very popular. Well, it's been going on for some several years, and it's very common amongst the female, I guess, sort of population. But the past few days, it's been kind of circulating all over social media in a wake of a tragic murder of a woman named Sarah Everard. I hope I pronounced that right. So for those listeners that may not be familiar with the case, because I know that we've got some listeners from abroad and Nepal who may perhaps not be as familiar with the case, we're just going to summarize it quickly for you. So this happened very recent. So on the 3rd of March 2021, a woman named Sarah Everard, I think that's correct, Everard, a 33-year-old marketing executive, disappeared in South London. She was making her way home, so she was walking home after leaving her friend's place near this location called Clapham Common. So that happened, right? And I think on that day when she was walking home after leaving her friend's home, she was on the phone with her boyfriend as well. And I think she said to him, we'll meet tomorrow, and they arranged to meet of the following day. And I think this news came about because how she was meant to meet with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend didn't receive any calls or texts or confirmation, and because they were supposed to meet and because she didn't show up, he got very concerned and reported this to the police. So on the 9th of March, a 48-year-old Metropolitan Police officer named Wayne Cousins was arrested in this location called Deal in Kent on suspicion of Everard's kidnapping. I know. The following day, the victim's remains were discovered in a woodland near Ashford, Kent. So I guess for listeners, and because we're summarizing this for the people who's not familiar with the case, London to Kent ko distance koti sala, like
it's quite far.
It's like it's not within about Ashford, a different location. Or London, yes, it's a big city, but it's in a complete location. So for her to be walking home at one location and have her remains found in a different location is just so crazy. Yeah?
That is actually crazy. I hadn't actually even I'm not very familiar with this case because I haven't actually read up on it. Mm-hmm. I only know because Barsha has summarized everything on a document for me. But yeah, I hadn't really read up on what the case was actually about. I only heard that she was missing for a few days and it was just all over the media, and then finally I think 6 days, right? After 6 days, her body was found. Oh my god, yeah, so London to Kent, eh?
Yeah.
How many hours drive is that?
You know what, guys? I'm actually going to quickly search up because if I don't know this, then
3 to 4 hours drive was just the line.
No, this is Sarah the signer. No. Hold on,
I thought it was quite drive.
Deal bane thaw हैन, Deal Kent. I didn't even know Deal bane ठाउँ थियो भनेर.
There's a lot of places we don't know.
So if we're looking from Clapham Common Station over to Deal in Kent, it's about 2 hours drive.
2 hours.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, if you guys have access to the map and unsure about where Kent is, have a look at it. Okay, I'm just going to show it to Arati here. Look, it's like literally edge of Uge.
Oh my.
It's that edge, man. So yeah, it looks like it's about 2 hours drive, and if you go by train, 2 hours roughly.
Do you know any information on how they were able to
travel?
Find this police officer and then find the remains of
this
the
so
body.
Deep Matsima Goina, because I just wanted to know the basis of it as well, because we wanted to actually talk about not just her case but how it feels to be a woman in this society. So for that reason, fully in-depth research Gorina. So yeah, I'm not sure on that, to be honest. But yeah, so going back to the summary, the police officer was charged with kidnapping and murder 2 days later, I know. So yes. So that's the issue that has been shaking the nation up at the moment in Unzani. And I guess we're just here to discuss that matter, really. Just the fact that it's so scary for us to, I don't know, it's so stupid to say live in this world, but like in a way, like it's scary for being just because we're women, it's scary. So have you actually, let's just start with that, have you ever had to use that statement, or has anyone said that to you, like, oh, text me when you get home?
Always. It's a very regular thing to do when you're a girl.
And because it's regular, we don't think like the meaning behind it either. And I think somebody mentioned it as well, how instead of saying goodbye or bye, we don't even say that. It's kind of like, all right, just text me when you get home.
Yeah, it's like you don't. Instead of see you later, I'll catch you next time. It's like, oh, you text me when you get home, eh? Or you call me when you get home, eh?
Yeah, it's just so mad, and it's just
even though me and Barsha, our friend circle, we don't even live that far apart from each other.
Oh my god, nah.
It's literally like
5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes to walk, 2-3 minutes to drive. Even then, we still say to each other, "Let me know when you get home."
Or like even. I guess this mainly goes out to the drivers, myself, Presh, Arun, Zini, apart from Arati.
The non-driver.
Basically, usually when we used to go out before is we obviously just use one car. And if, for example, I were to drop you off at your home, I'll just wait outside until you get home. Yeah. It's kind of like that. Even Gorky Aris at the Haini, we have to, these are measures going to burn it because of how cruel this world is. So yeah, so that's the first thing. And now, let's actually go up to Abamantili. I guess the whole phrase "text me when you get home" is because of about this. You never know what kind of people are lurking out there now, and it kind of links to how people say, "Don't dress provocatively. Be careful not to wear short dresses or short clothes because you're going to attract male attention." What are your thoughts on that?
It's just bullshit, isn't it, at the end of the day? Because why should the way I dress be up to... there's just no words to describe it. Yeah. And I seriously don't have words to describe how I feel about it, because it's just... you don't see guys or men on the street walking and dressed however they are, and girls don't think continue, oh, look, he's going to get it tonight, or he looks like he is going to get groped or whatnot. But as a female, you just always have to have that other back of the mind, and it is scary.
It's like even when you have a function or whatever to go to, it's like you have to say you have a favorite dress or a favorite outfit you want to wear, but you have to think twice before wearing it. And that's the sad reality of this world that we live in. Like, we can't just be comfortable or comfortably wear what we want.
Yeah.
And it goes along with, Mantil ones, and oh, she was asking for it. Like, no, just because of the way I dress, I'm not inviting you. This is not an invitation to approach me or grope me or manhandle me or whatever. And then
but then that thought should not even cross your mind, first of all.
And it usually goes towards the woman as well. Like, oh, if anything were to happen, like Nepal ke case mein if a female were to be raped or groped, and then they'll say like, oh, she was wearing short skirts, and then which is केटाहरुलाई अब केटीहरुलाई थाहा छ त केटाहरुको नेचर कस्तो छ त्यस्तो थाहा भयो भने किन त्यस्तो छोटो लुगा लाको हुन्छ त्यस्तो कन्भर्सेसन निस्किन्छ नि त, which is so के भन्ने अब like
we run out of descriptive words in these kind of situations when we talk about these things.
It just leaves you like speechless. Like, it's just such a, यस्तो कुरा नि गर्नुपर्ने type के like what
yeah, what has it come to?
And going on top they अब हुन्छ नि asking for it. In Sarah's case हुन्छ नि like we're in what, March? Yes, it's spring, but it's bloody cold in UK, no? She was wearing like a full-on raincoat, trousers, trainers, beanies, and zani, fully covered, yet she was still kidnapped. So there's no way a person the woman is asking dress, for it. Yeah, it's just, oh my god. Have you ever had to like second guess or think back and say, oh wait, I can't wear this because it'll cause too much attention? Have you ever had to do that or in the past?
I think personally for me, because I don't really like wearing clothes that are very open anyway, I don't really have to think about it because this luga laundina the more prices so but like on days that I do wear it, I do kind of think like, wait, what if it, you know, yeah, but yeah, definitely you would think of it.
How you said you don't normally wear this lugar. Do you remember like about back in the days when we used to go clubbing? Did you at that time, obviously, like when amongst the girls we talk like, oh, ke luga laune, oh, you're gonna wear this, you're gonna wear that, what color are you gonna wear, what style you're gonna have, like this the good you obviously we're online shopping. Whilst online shopping, you haven't even purchased the item, you know. Do you ever think like, oh, that's a bit too risque? Right? And it's like always. And sometimes it's like, do you ever feel like, oh, I really like that dress, but I unfortunately can't wear it because it'll
of course, always.
And actually going on to your lugaru, short lugas and stuff like that. Do you ever remember your video thing, like within the Nepali community and even Nepal many viral botini?
Yeah, I remember that.
What was that video? Because that was actually just
I don't know what the street street questionहरू हुन्थ्यो नि के अरे.
It's like street interviews.
Yeah, street interviews by someone, I don't know who, but I'm pretty sure हामीले describe गरेर भने चाहिँ people will probably remember what it was. It was it a female interviewer? I think a male interviewer.
I feel like it was a male interviewer, and then the interviewees there was a mixture of male and females.
Yeah, they interviewed quite a few number of people, but this one guy especially stood out.
Do you remember the question? Kata is similar, but I don't remember exactly what the question was.
Yeah, I think it was very similar. Like केटीहरूले त्यो छोटो लुगा लगायो भने कि त्यस्तो लगायो भने चाहिँ त्यस्तै के आधे asking for it हो कि अब I don't know. It was along those lines.
Yeah, it was like, what are your thoughts on women wearing short clothes or anyways.
And then his answer was like, अब त्यस्तो लगाएपछि त के अरे केटाहरूलाई अलिकति हुन्छ नि के अरे भइहाल्छ नि त्यस्तो उनीहरूको केटाहरूको सोचाइ नै त्यस्तो हुन्छ त what do you expect टाइपको के.
Yeah.
And like everyone went wild over it.
I just remember all the comments were like the guy in a blue shirt.
Yeah, the guy. Yes, guys, that is it. The guy in the blue shirt. So, if you remember that interview.
Oh my god. Wow. If you remember and if you find it, please link it to us because I actually tried to Google this skills. Like, you do my search, I don't even know if it got removed or.
I don't remember ko interview goes bad. It was all over Instagram.
So, yeah, okay, going on to from like all your viral videos and stuff like that, did you ever come across a post on social media that was kind of like, girls be warned and Zinni, like these are the things you can do to avoid, I guess, being, it's going to sound so weird, but groped by a person whilst walking in the street? Did you ever come across like, be warned, these are the lists of things you can do type of things?
It's the awareness posters. Yeah. You see them everywhere.
Do you ever remember like your Rathini, like, and this has forever stuck in my head, how they say if you are walking alone, the predators, what they usually look for is number one, whether you're wearing like easy to remove type of clothes or not. Also make sure your hair is not tied.
Yeah, because apparently they can grab it much more easily to drag you.
It's just this kind of things always like it scares you. Like you can't even simply tie your hair back.
Yeah, it's such a simple thing.
Not only just clothes, it's couple ko pani issue aako ke testo.
I think everyone just should go bald now.
Oh my god,
go bald.
And similarly, this awareness posters are meant. I don't know if you came across, but it was like, if you are parked at a location or whatever, in car park ma, make sure before going in check the back seats. Make sure nobody's hiding there. Have you ever come
so
across?
Scary. No, because I don't. Because I don't drive ola. I don't
pay
really
attention
pay
to
attention to car ko situation or say. But
yeah, so with the car situation, and that was one of them. Like, make sure before getting in the car, make sure there is nobody in the back, because if you just get in the driver's seat and whilst driving, pasaliबाट strangle,
that's so crazy.
Scary. त्यस्तो हुन सक्छ. Or, for example, अब UK मा the driver's side, the right मा छ नि त. If there is a van parked on your right side, make sure not to enter through that door. Have you heard about this?
No.
Yeah, crazy. You have to go through the passenger seat, front passenger seat, and then climb across to your driver's seat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was another one.
Never thought about that.
It's crazy. And if you were to drive and then you are alone in driving or this whether it's public street or main street or quiet street, and it doesn't matter, make sure, or if मान्छेले अन्डा फाले भने, have you heard about this? To your car?
Oh yes, don't use your wipers because it makes your windscreen blurry, and then that's when they try to stop you or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Because
when you use the screen clear wipers, it'll just smudge it all, and then of course you won't be able to see, which will make you obviously want to pull over to one side and
then get out the car and clear yourself.
So stuff like this is like, men listening are probably like, what? Like, what? I didn't know you guys had to go through this. Like, yes, we do have to go through this. It's not just a matter of like, oh, it's not just like wearing clothes. It's a collection of all these different things that we have to watch out for as women. And the sad reality of this is, Sane is the hina our parents warn and that's how sad this world is.
There's another example. A baby crying.
Wait, I feel like I've heard about this. Something to do with baby seat. Oh wait,
I don't know baby seat. If outside, if you're walking or if you are outside anyway, and if you hear a baby crying, I'm not saying motherly instinct like as a woman, when you do hear like babies crying, you are kind of
aware,
alert, and then you want to go see maybe I can go help one. And when you try to do that, that's when they kind of trap you in.
My god, okay, that's very scary.
That is so scary as well.
All these tactics just to kidnap a woman.
Not only that, they're always coming up with new ways as well. Okay, like because they know that once they get found out about the way that they are already using a
certain tactic.
If that tactic is shared by all other people, then they will again come up with a new one. Okay.
You know what? It's the scammers, it's the malicious people and everything. Like, the things that they come up with are actually very, very smart. I always think that if they could just put that energy to doing something good, you would have created something fantastic. Okay? Like, you're wasting your energy.
That's exactly what I think.
Another thing, I don't know, like about, I think you used to do taekwondo, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Was that your decision to go into taekwondo?
I don't.
Or was it something like, parents?
No, it was like, my parents just said, okay, taekwondo, just go do it, because my brother was doing it back at the time, and I think I was only I don't know 13, 14. So I just said, okay, I'll try, and then I just went as well. I back at that time, young so I didn't really think, I would need this kind of skills to beat someone up.
Yeah.
I didn't really have that thought in my mind. I thought it was just like recreational extra activities. That's all I thought about.
It makes you question, do you think our parents, like, because I was my parents kind of like persuaded me to go, and I went to one session. I think I left, but do you think they kind of put you through that, or asked or requested you to join those kind of activities to ensure after own safety, or do you think that was in their mind?
That could have been one of the main reasons, because they would obviously want you to look out for yourself when they are not around, because they know that our daughter is growing up and she's going to be venturing into the world by herself. We can't always be there to hold her hand and everything. I'm pretty sure many parents are go and from a young age they probably want to guide their daughters into that route, so that they don't have to worry about it maybe future as much. That's kind of
crazy. With that said, actually, do you worry? I mean, like, of course, there's something that I'm worried. Let me finish my sentence. I mean, like, do you ever worry, like, of having daughters because of the world we live in?
I haven't really thought about that, but yes.
I kind of do, man. Like, it's the Quran. I'm like, shit, like, you know, of course, having a daughter is a blessing, and I actually want my eldest to be a daughter, you know? But it comes with, like, because I won't be there to protect her at all times, like, and there's so many scary people out there, and this is the mindset my goy when they're like, what's the panic like, do you think, oh my god, like, I don't know, like,
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, so you know, with the self-defense and everything, we've heard like about Gideon, like especially young girls, the hine when it goes out, you need to learn self-defense, you need to learn assistive ones, and that's so ridiculous. Okay, yes, everyone should learn self-defense, but should you not maybe tell a guy to stop raping, learn how to respect women, and where is that lesson?
Where is that lesson? There should be, you know, that a lesson just to appointed for, well, not just for men and
just
and
younger
boys,
kids from us younger.
Yeah, from a younger age to learn about respecting a woman and just a wholly about, you know, as a whole, what you should and shouldn't do one at a day.
I don't think there isn't any.
I don't
case
think
this to help
there's
lessons.
Anything. Yeah, I even growing up, I don't think we learned any of this in school. Like, no, we didn't.
Oh my god.
I mean, self-defense classes were always there. I remember that, but
what, in school?
School one, and like, you know, they
extra.
Yeah, like
what?
Wait, I don't know if it was school or maybe it was in college. And you know, they teach you alili sana kasari गर्ने भनेर. No. Do you not remember? Maybe it was when I was in college then.
School but a college camp. No, for me, like, as far as I remember, memories is I don't think that was ever like a choice or an option to learn in a school or college. I feel
like, I don't know, I feel like I did something somewhere, but I can't remember where and during what time.
Oh my god. So yeah, like, going back to your and sending text me when you get home situation, I remember, like, okay, so for listeners that have been listening for some time or have been here since the beginning, we did do a video, I think, on catcalling. Yeah, so catcalling, where we discussed, of course, and Sunny, like, how it feels to be a girl as well at that time. So we in our personal experiences, and we actually touched up on Arati, how you, I don't know if you still do this or not. Do you? Okay, let's go back. Basically, where her work is how many minutes of walking? Like 20
to 25.
Okay, 30 minutes walking distance, and she used to walk her back to work and from work and so on. And I think, like, there is days of where you would take long routes, but also days where you would take short routes, right? Do you still do that, or?
Yeah.
And why do you do that?
Because I don't drive.
No, I mean, like, do you think, like, I need to get home faster?
During the daylight, I walk the shorter route. Mm-hmm. But if there's no one to pick me up, then I will walk from where there's street lights.
So longer route.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that said, do you carry?
Yeah, I still carry it.
Okay. So for new listeners that may not know it all, so I think after hearing Aritika's story, and I think one of our friend Dole had similar experiences with this stalker at her work. So we got freaked out. So I, like, gave you guys a rape alarm.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Like, I gave you rape alarms for Christmas. How sad does that sound? Okay?
Christmas present, rape alarm. God. Imagine that.
Yeah, that sounds so sad. Like, it's not like, I gave you socks or I gave you, like, candles. I gave you a freaking rape alarm. But anyways, yeah. So that's good to know that you're still carrying it.
Yeah, I still use it. It still works.
Do you know what? Like, when, like, okay, I've started running. Yay. I started running, and all the benefits are lighter, starting to become lighter. So I think when I did start running a few weeks back, it was still like only dark with you, I know. And I would wear high-vis jacket and everything. I would wear a cap. I would get my hair tied. And then I have a phone holder that goes around the waist. The git sunyo. Git pani I have to listen to Yoda Matra because I don't feel comfortable listening to both, and it's in a very low volume to a point where I can hear more of my breathing than the music that's playing to motivate me.
Oh my god.
So yeah, all this, but I also have to carry a rape alarm, and I always think to myself, go back, like, what is this world that we have to live in where I can't even run peacefully? Exactly. I have to run with a fucking rape alarm. And the thing is, like, okay, the rape alarms that we've got is basically triggered by if you just pull this little, once I handle the once you pull it, it goes beep very loudly, and the whole purpose of it is to create some sort of big noise and so that man like alert where okay bosa type situation. But yeah, I literally hold it to a point where that thing is hanging out of my hand. Okay, so if anything were to happen, I could just pull it easily. But that is the measures that us girls have to take. And is there any other sort of methods you use or do when walking alone?
No, before the rape alarm thing, like our keys, I think all girls are familiar with holding keys in your hands. I used to do that before the rape alarm, but now I use it.
Did you ever did you ever talk to somebody on the phone? Or
yes. Oh my god, yeah. Talking on the phone is also one of the most
inviting, they say.
Giddy regular used method.
But the Austin Augie one thing, the awareness type of thing post that was going around social media, they also mentioned not to use your phone. Although like a woman, we feel safer when we talk to somebody on the phone, but in reality, you using your phone shows the predator that
you're not paying attention.
You're not paying attention to your environment, which is so scary again. I think one of the methods that I still do when I walk alone is walk more angry. Does that make sense?
With the attitude, I get you.
Yeah, the face attitude of the mask but face attitude, they may decide that's the or stomping a little more, or it's not like a feminine or even a normal walk.
As well.
I walk in a way. I walk like a man, when I'm alone, because I feel like I need to show that I'm aggressive.
Yeah, I can relate that. Like walk like you're angry so that no one gets in your way.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Actually, another method that I also heard was if somebody were to approach you or grab you or grope you or pull you, whatever, you have to scream as much as you can. Basically, act crazy, because if you act crazy, apparently it makes the predator think, "Oh shit, she's so crazy, I can't handle her." So that's another tip. Sadly, that's another tip we're giving it out to you as well.
Isn't it? Oh my god, it's crazy. The amount of things that we have to keep in mind just to go outside our houses and take a walk.
And it's like...
And the list is just endless.
It's endless. And the thing is we do it so often that it's become second nature. Okay? Like, we don't even think twice.
It's routine.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so we mentioned, of course, keys are in, but here are some of the methods that other women used or have used when walking alone. So like you mentioned keys, but like not only just holding keys, but having keys in between your knuckles. So if anything were to pop out, then you can just punch him, and then hopefully the key will do some sort of damage, right? So there's that. Staying on a phone during calls. Staying on the phone call during the walk, or even sometimes faking calls. I have done this as well. Leaving when it's still bright or light out. Yep.
Oh, another thing that I always also do is if I see someone walking on a path, on the same path, and if they look a bit weird, then I will switch path to the other side.
Oh my god, yeah.
I do that so often as well.
You just reminded me, like, one time I went running around 5 p.m. and I think I mentioned this to you the other day, and it was very well lit, and I think, mabagi rote, and because it was well lit, I didn't want to run the main public road where there were so many cars in it. So I ran around the small park. On the bottom running garde the small jogging, and from a distance I could see like Yoda kera dehe, Yoda duta Nepali kera dehe, and I was like, baleo, I'm wearing cap, it doesn't matter, I'll just casually run past them and boss it. And as I approached closer to that group, there was like 5-6 of them sitting under a tree, all staring while I was like heading towards their way. And just seeing that whole group, I don't know, I guess there's something to do with groups one, because and I got freaked out. And where I wanted to go, I was thinking like, at the end of the road, some books and this was parking and I was like, nope. And I
U-turn.
did a U-turn. Yeah, I was like, nope, not today. But that's the, again, sad reality of it. So yeah, like we mentioned earlier, altering their paths to their home and walking on well-lit streets. Sharing locations to friends and families. Have you ever done that?
No, but I know who has Rashmita.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Actually, I wonder what the name of the app is. We could have mentioned.
Yeah, I can't remember the app, but she said that she installed it on all of her family keys, especially her siblings, to know where they were just in case.
Yeah. So again, that's another sad reality that we have to do. Some of the other methods again women have shared is texting their friends saying like, if you haven't heard from me by 11 o'clock or 11 p.m. just call me, or if I don't answer, call the police. That's again very scary. Having second thoughts on the clothes they wear, not just to see if it's provocative or not, but whether it's comfortable to escape in. And I have done that. Like, but I think shoes, yep. Something like we don't even think about heels anymore. We're just like trainers. What's comfortable? Okay, is that easier to run and escape in?
Exactly.
Ridiculous. Another few things that women do another few methods and things women do when they feel that somebody is following them. Quickly entering stores. I mean, you never plan to, but you enter just to create a bit of a time gap, I guess.
We did that in Rome. Again, another backstory. I swear we always mention this story on every...
But it was scary. I remember it now.
Scary.
Do you want to mention what happened, or?
It wasn't Rome.
It was Malta.
So basically we were on our first holiday together.
Four of us.
It was 4 of us. I think Prashmita wasn't there.
No.
So it was me, Borshadol, Rasmita, and then we were just, casually enjoying our day, enjoying our holiday, just looking around town and the main city. And then we started noticing this group of it was 1 female and 2 guys, 3 guys. They just started walking behind us. We don't know for what reason. And the more we kept walking, the more they kept following. And then we were like, oh my god, I think we need to run. And as we were trying to run, we started looking up police numbers as well.
Oh my god,
Borsha doing that. Like, Borsha, then she opened up her internet. But even before we came to Malta, I think you probably did that. What number to call just in case there's an incident.
When you're in that moment, you panic and you have to look it up again.
Yeah. And then, oh my god, we ran. And then like, हामी जुन ठाउँबाट लिभ गरेर गएको थियो त्यही ठाउँमा हामी ब्याक आयो के त्यो टाउन सेन्टरमा पछि
we did a whole fucking around the block
fucking round because they were chasing us. अनि हामी चाहिँ लास्टमा ओके ल आइसक्रिमको दोकानलाई चाहिँ यहाँ बसेर even though we did not plan on having ice cream, we went in just to avoid them. And then when we were in the shop, we saw them and they were looking at us, and they left. It was so scary, oh my god.
And to think that, of course, it's in a foreign country, but it's in a main touristy street. Yeah.
That's so, oh my god.
Okay, here's the question. I think during that time, all us 4 girls, we all had like brightly colored hair. So imagine an Asian woman with bright color, one with pink, one blonde, one blue. Do you think that kind of caused a bit of attention?
Maybe त्यो पनि होला, and maybe they thought, oh, easy target भनेर सोच्यो होला, because there weren't a lot of people who looked like us in that location. So maybe they thought that we couldn't speak English, or we weren't very like
that we were easy.
Yeah, maybe
easy target.
Yeah, I think that's what they thought.
Oh my god. So yeah, that's our experience, I guess, one of many. So like I think we both mentioned this actually, the TikTok videos. The TikTok, basically a user, I'm not sure exactly who started this. I guess you could call it a trend, but somebody mentioned this one's for the girls.
Oh,
that one.
Yes. Okay, so talking about this whole topic of women and safety and security, what reminded me was a viral post that was going around in 2020. It was a hypothetical question that went viral on all social media platforms. And I started out on TikTok. Yeah, I don't, like Barsha said, I don't know who. And then that the responses from that TikTok video was then shared.
Ask the questions. Do you say it?
Wait, I'll say it after.
Okay, Gila.
So yeah, the responses from the TikTok video was then shared as a thread on Twitter, where it blew up
further
leading to more being shared on more social medias like Facebook and Instagram. So the question was, what would you do if there were no men on Earth for 24 hours? That was the hypothetical question that was posted by one of the users, and the comment section just went crazy.
And the thing is, like, the subject comments score responses were all so sad.
And it was simple
activities.
Yeah, simple activities.
Do you want to mention a few?
I'm going to state a few of the things that were wrote on the comments. So here goes. Dance around town at 3 a.m. without fearing for my life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wear an actual bathing suit and go to the beach. Mm-hmm. Go on a walk alone at night or ride my bike alone. Mm-hmm. A massive picnic with my girls at night and sleep under the stars. Mm-hmm. Be confident on social media. I would blast music through both my AirPods, wear a miniskirt and tube top, and take a walk late at night. Mm-hmm. Go backpacking or other foreign solo excursions by myself, and live how I want to.
Yep. And just to add a few, actually, what I found interesting is somebody said, leave my drink unattended at a bar.
Oh.
Right? How many times, like, not only we say to each other, but like our parents even say that early they could drink naha, just be careful with your drinks. Even something simple as, even if it was like, oh, hi bartender, can I get a tap of water? Yes, it's not even alcohol, it's just water, but you have to be careful of like what goes in it, like if anyone has slipped anything in it. Like it has happened, and that's very scary. Another one, actually, somebody wrote, not wear my hijab, which I found very interesting. Hijab, you know.
Oh, okay.
Usually covering to so that our men are hiding hair and to think
I understand.
So I found that one. Yeah, I found it very interesting. I guess like I saw somebody wrote in the comments like, what the hell, there are dangerous women out there as well, but that's not the point here. That's the fact that like go on a beach at night or whatever. You're a man to comment if you look at, because on TikTok you can like a comment. Yeah. Each likes had like thousands likes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like tens and thousands of likes on it. Like even 100,000 likes or
okay, so it just makes you think like this is a universal thing. Not just women, not just Nepali women, or just not us to Mathuraini. Just every woman all around the world goes through this.
So yeah, so it generally meant a commentary. It was just like very simple comments, like live how I want to, dress how I want to, without fear and judgment, basically.
So, this is the issue that has been going on for a very long time. Like we said earlier, it's become second nature. Of course, with the recent tragic death of Sarah, it kind of, this movement and because of this movement and because of the amount of talks on social media and so on, there's now like public organizations and companies that's actually coming forward as well. Like I don't know if anyone listening have heard it, but like local stores such as Tesco have issued their announcement after a statement following this incident and the uproar. So what they said was, all our stores are safe spaces, so if you ever feel unsafe, please use our stores to wait for a taxi, a bus, or a friend as long as you need to. Our colleagues will be more than happy to help. So that's just Tesco, and of course, I think other companies like M&S and Asda also followed by stating the following. I mean, it's pretty much similar, but in their own words. But M&S basically said, our stores are safe spaces for everyone in the community. If you feel unsafe, please come in and stay as long as you need to. Our colleagues are there to help anyone who needs it. And Asda, again, similar statement. Everyone has the right to feel safe. Please know you can always take your time, wait inside, or reach out to our colleagues should you be concerned for your safety. Customers and colleagues, we are here for you. Yeah, well, we are there for you. And like, it's just do it. I mean, it's nice that they're doing this, but it's kind of also like, wow, they have, even big organizations have to go to that length. Yeah. And he like, okay, you know how man said feeling safe and unsafe. Our stores are saying you can come to us if you feel unsafe when you're Let's go back to Sarah's case. Sarah's case, she was murdered and kidnapped and murdered by a police officer. Okay? How do you feel about? What are your thoughts on that?
And there goes trust issues again.
Exactly, and
down the drain.
Because police, I mean, of course, Nepal the police are where you can bribe them and that's it, end of story, right? But here about police are people that you're meant to trust, they're meant to look out for the community, meant to ensure your safety and everything. And here it is, a 48-year-old policeman who's actually done that. Okay? And I think the vigil ko sabi the protester ko afterwards.
I saw a few, yeah.
So basically, I think following her death and Sarah's death, 13th of March, I think. Let me just double check. So 13th of March, a vigil was held for Sarah in London, which kind of went sideways, because of course, we're in the middle of pandemic. For that reason, people were I guess our protest gonna ball by the gathering gonna ball and because of that, I mean, they still went ahead and did it out of respect for Sarah. Still got the police used their brutal forces against these peaceful protesters, even stepping and walking all over the flowers that had been laid for her. So on top of the policeman who you're meant to trust, services you're meant to trust, they're also kind of not supporting you, going back against you. Created a massive controversy. It's an added controversy.
Yeah, added more fuel to the fire that was already burning.
Did you know there was a COVID Act 2020, by the way?
No, I didn't.
This I found very interesting because the whole point of the police kind of wanting to stop that protest was because they were not following the 2020 Coronavirus Act 2020 follow Corona Bonerani. I was thinking what? We have an act
unless you really know what's happening proper political world laws exist regular people like us wouldn't know these kind of laws exist.
It's like how we mentioned in the previous episode with Nepal law, how that one time it got passed without people knowing. I mean, I guess maybe, the researcher alert not this is last year, maybe we've forgotten. But this kind of shocked me. I was like, wow, it's like that similar case when Arati said it's just on the low passbook law. To me, this is one of those cases, even though it's not as bad. But yeah, so that's that.
So happened. What does the law actually do? So the Coronavirus 2020 Act say what it says is the police force have the right to detain you if you are not following social distance guidance something along that line, right?
Yep. So Coronavirus Act 2020 is an act of the Parliament of the United Kingdom that grants the government emergency powers to handle COVID-19 pandemic. The act allows the government the discretionary power to limit or suspend public gathering, to detail individual suspects to be infected by COVID. What? I think it's meant to say to detain.
Maybe.
Detain individuals suspected to be infected by COVID. And it was introduced on the 19th of March 2020. So exactly almost a year ago. So yeah, that's very interesting to me.
Yeah, that is so. I wasn't aware of that act either. That it even came out when it ended. That was last year, man.
So I think you also mentioned there are some, I guess, positives, 15th of March
Yeah, so there are some positives to this as well. Because of the uproar of what happened, although we may not always give enough credit to our British government as much as we should do, there are other people in the parliament and other people within the constitution who do work really hard towards bringing good laws and rules to reinforce the safety and security for women and girls. So on the 15th of March, there was a press release from the Prime Minister's office from the 10 Downing Street. So what it was about was the government moved to provide reassurance to women and girls following a meeting of the Criminal Justice Task Force chaired by the Prime Minister. The government is taking immediate steps to further provide further reassurance for women and girls. So के अरे वेस्टर्न सोसाइटीमा बस्नु भनेको पोजिटिभ कुरा चाहिँ के हो भने governments are quick to take action because they listen to people usually because people's words do have power in society, in whichever society you live, and depending on how strong your government force is. Over here we do have quite a supportive government, so they are now working towards making better rules to reinforce the safety for women. So what this includes is doubling the size of Safer Streets Fund, which provides neighborhood measures such as better lighting and CCTV, which I definitely agree with.
Yep.
Better lighting should be 100% top priority.
I feel like even those shortcuts are well lit because
alleyways are because in the 21st century women do work like around the clock. It's not just like there's not everyone who is able to work 9 to 5. There are women who work night shifts or women who have to work about twilight shifts. Sometimes they don't have access to like public services at nighttime. Some of them won't drive, and the only option for them is to walk home, and that does raise quite a bit of concerns. But yeah, so it will be the new rule will bring the funding for these local projects to 45 million, alongside a commitment from the government to work with police forces and police and crime commissioners to ensure these target areas of potential concern for women and girls are now more focused on preventing sexual violence. So what it includes is targeting parks and alleyways, and routes from bars, restaurants, and nightclubs, as we see a return to nighttime economy in light with lifting of coronavirus restrictions.
Yep. So I guess is there anything you want to add on?
And another thing that they are also doing is they will be deploying or rolling out something called Project Vigilant across the country. So what this means is apparently this is a internationally award-winning approach taken by the Thames Valley Police, where both uniformed and plain officers identify predatory and suspicious offenders in the nighttime economy. So this can involve officers attending areas around clubs and bars undercover to better ensure women are safe in these locations, and increased patrols as people leave at closing time, which I think is a very good idea.
Yeah. Actually, your Sarah case by there was a draft, I guess, kind of law that was not passed on, but somebody had brought this up and they were saying like basically our main issue when men are the predators who target these women, and maybe there should be a curfew for men who cannot go out after 6 p.m. Did you hear about this?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Really?
I think Christina actually shared it, and she was like, guys, what are your thoughts on this? And to me, it's just the same as saying the Nepal case where, under 40 or let's say permission signs are like, you have not considered any other factors into this game. So then what if they're a single parent, they have a child that has an after school activity or need to go somewhere to run emergency pick up at somewhere or do errands or like you're not considering anything. But of course it's not something that's going to pass on, but it was suggested by somebody, and I just looked at it, I was like, what?
That's the first time I heard that.
So what are your thoughts on this? Is your first time. What are your thoughts on that?
I have no words right now. I have to like what? It wouldn't really make sense, because if you do that, like, I don't want to say boys are boys, but they will find other ways to go out. It's not like every single man in this county or wherever is being tracked by the police, where if they leave after 6 p.m. the police is going to come running to them and say, no, get back in.
And
I don't think it's going to work.
It's like younger men especially who are like suddenly howdy type, don't really care about the seriousness of this, would probably just buy some wigs, dress up as a girl, make a funny TikTok video out of it. I'm sure this is
Oh, that's just for
sure. So yeah. Yeah, so if there isn't anything you want to add on your behalf, I just want to end it by kind of mentioning some emergency contact type of thing.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
So I'm still off social media, so I'm in and out. So it's out there, like just how I saw Arati go through last episode when we talked about the Nepal law. I kind of just knew of this story after one click on your social Insta story, right? Also, I just randomly went on, and one of our friend Karishma go Insta story popped up. I was like, social media is not. What's she posting about in here? And she mentioned something about like screenshot for emergency services.
Okay.
So which I found very interesting. What happened in this sort of services even existed. But basically, you can register your phone number or your mobile phone with the 999 call get emergency services. Do you know this?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I do know as well. So basically, for you listening, if you do want to register your services, you have to send the word register as a SMS text message to 999. So just 999 and type in register and send it. And then you will receive a SMS message about the service. And when you have read through the SMS message, they'll request you to reply with a yes, and then if this is something you're happy to go forward with, and you reply yes again, sending it back to the 999, and then you will receive a message back again to your phone saying that your mobile phone is registered, or if there is any problem, they'll let you know as well. So basically, in a situation where you're unable to talk, or especially there are people who are deaf and who aren't able to use these kind of services, you can register your phone. And even if you're not deaf, and if you do ever find yourself in a situation where you cannot really make any phone calls, you can simply just text 999. So, which I found very interesting. So, I don't exactly know how it works.
So it's a text service available,
Yes. So
whereas before it was only call,
Yeah. So, and I think it links the number for either police, ambulance, fire brigades, Coast Guard, but basically I don't exactly know how it works because I've never had to personally use it, but I've just come across this. But I think about once you are registered, then it will have your information, and if you are in an emergency, you text them again. And I think it was kind of like phone where are you now? It's the one. I think all that stuff will be dealt through text, which I think is amazing, especially like about if you're in a, let's say, household where a kidnapper has kidnapped you or whatever, and you can just simply text. Because I think there was an advert, or there has been cases where a woman were trapped with the abuser, and they called and said, "Hi, I want to order a pizza." Have you heard about that?
Yes, I've heard of that example a lot.
Oh my god. But yeah, just thought I'd share that, and maybe all the girls listening, you guys can do it too. And I know you and I, Arati, should do this as well.
Yes, register.
Yes.
To 999.
999. And also, like we mentioned earlier, if you do feel unsafe or still want extra kind of like, I don't know, protection in a way, have yourself, purchase yourself a rape alarm, gift it to your friends. Sadly, that sounds very sad. But yeah, gift it to your friends, it may help you. So yeah, and they're very affordable. So link on Amazon, guys.
And if you do listen to the radio while driving, I don't know if anyone has noticed, but when me and Barsha were driving the radios have been deploying a lot of messages regarding women's safety, and if you ever are in trouble, the helplines, and keep on the message like
I don't know, PSA, public safety announcement.
But yeah, they radios have been doing that a lot as well, so that's also there as a reminder if anyone does listen to the radio.
Again, just shows how the reality of women's life, the livelihood. But yeah, I guess we just want to wrap that up. We just wanted to touch up on, our own experiences, what our thoughts were, if something that all girls can relate to, and something maybe men now can I guess it would be an eye opener for them. I know.
And maybe next time we can talk about how men see it from their perspective and what they think of it.
And lastly, if you do ever come across that YouTube video with a guy in a blue t-shirt, please let us know, because when sometimes like you know what it is, but you don't know what it is, or you can't find it, it just bugs you. Like, it's been bugging me, so please, please find it.
Please find it for Barsha so that she can watch it again.
But honestly, with my goldfish memory, I'll forget about it tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all for listening, and I guess we'll catch you in the next episode.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Stay safe, girls.